Hi, this is Tim Boss with FinancialCyclesWeekly.com with another Astro-Traders video tip of the week. So let's take a look at Bitcoin. We've been tracking the Bitcoin trading cycles recently, and of course the cryptocurrency has been in a period of congestion lately, and looks like from the cycle work we've got a continuing downward bias, at least for the present time. We're also tracking things astrologically, of course, and we're looking here at the planetary support and resistance provided by the trans-Neptunian factor Chronos. Chronos does a good job of defining the boundaries of some of the more active Bitcoin trading. And of course we also have Mars at play here, and in looking at our trading chart we can see that the Mars lines provide a trading channel for Bitcoin, and even though the current price is showing some congestion, the trading channel does have a slightly upward bias, so we believe that this will sustain prices at a reasonable level, at least for the time being, in spite of the ongoing cycle process that suggests a downward bias. Now, because we're tracking the planetary price lines here for Mars and for Chronos, we're going to pay particular attention to an alignment of Mars and Chronos coming up on the 20th of July in 2020. There will be a square alignment, a 90-degree angle between those two planets on the 20th of July, and we suspect that that could be a significant turning point in the trading action for Bitcoin. Now, when we combine the energies of Mars and Chronos, we're talking about the power of the state, massive expressions of power, a strong exercise of authority in any kind of context. We're taking our origin chart here for the original proposal for Bitcoin, and the arrow here on the left shows the position of this Mars-Chronos square coming up on the 20th of July in 2020, and based on that, we're looking at the planetary price line activations and the midpoint structures that get triggered by this particular event that's coming up here in a few weeks. When we see the activation of the Moon Volcanus midpoint in the horoscope for Bitcoin, we're talking about a situation in which leaders take dramatic actions that can create big public sensations and an emerging consciousness of public power. If we see this kind of activity happening at a geopolitical scale, we can expect a reaction from the cryptocurrency as well. In addition to that, we have the Moon Apollon midpoint being activated, suggesting great multitudes of people leading the way in some dramatic new directions at the same time. In addition to that, of course, we have the Pluto Apollon midpoint being activated, suggesting far-reaching changes that transform business activities and commercial growth at the same time. This is this kind of situation in which we can have a relatively small beginning to a new impetus that grows into something very, very big that has extended consequences for the long run. And then finally, we also have a Mercury-Pluto activation at the time of this particular Mars-Chronos alignment coming up. It activates the Mercury-Pluto midpoint in the horoscope for Bitcoin, suggesting developing transformative ideas in a public context. The idea here is that thinking can shift in a radical way that empowers a greater level of understanding, and again, we can expect to see a reaction in the trading dynamic for the cryptocurrency with this kind of setup. In a nutshell, what we're looking at here is an event with the Mars-Chronos square that's coming up on the 20th of July that has very, very powerful potential here. But the real question is, how do Mars-Chronos alignments in general typically impact the trading action for Bitcoin? That's what we're really interested in taking a look at here. So we've done a little bit of backtesting. Here we're looking at fourth harmonic Mars-Chronos alignments, which includes the conjunction, the opposition or 180-degree angle, as well as the waxing and waning squares for a 90-degree angle between Mars and Chronos. Now what we have with our chart here is a chart that shows the 0 point in the middle, suggesting the planetary alignment itself whenever that occurs, and then to the left-hand side we've got the preceding 30-day period, 30 calendar days before that event, and on the right side the following 30 days before and afterwards. What we see then, whenever we have this transiting Mars Chronos alignment of increments of 90 degrees, this is in the fourth harmonic, we get typically an average price increase of about 30% in the 3-week period following this kind of planetary alignment. So we do expect this to trigger a rally in the price of Bitcoin. And once again, this 0 point that we're focusing on here is this Mars Chronos square coming up on the 20th of July in 2020. So with that in mind, then we go back to our cycle chart. We're again looking for that downward trend, but suspecting that we could get an active trading bottom here based on the cycle work alone, and that just happens to coincide with this same time frame that we've been looking at here with the 20th of July coming up. Now you'll find a lot more information on the astrological dynamics behind Bitcoin astrology by getting the definitive book on the astrological connections with Bitcoin, with cryptocurrency trading, and with the future of money in this time of radical social and economic change. Bitcoin astrology is available now at Amazon.com. That's our Astro Traders video tip of the week. For more tips, subscribe today and go to FinancialCyclesWeekly.com.